A risk in working with offshore development team could be their lack of spoken and written English. Um, However, I think some of the current advice and or standard advice is not probably the most efficient in my opinion, and that could be it's on client to over communicate and use electronic means of communication, video communication, charts diagrams, collaborative tools, and there are so many in the market today. However, that puts a lot of pressure on clients to communicate their requirements, their needs to the vendor. I subscribe to a different approach, and I believe it's much more effective. I think the way to go about ensuring the communication flows well is to look for those vendors whose teams are genuinely interested in learning about the client's business, and they have capability of understanding. It's kind of like business consultants that will come to your company, understand your business, and then suggest solutions. That's the same way, a very similar way, developers should first and foremost understand what business you're in, understand why you hiring them, what problems they're trying to solve, and then help you. It's almost like they will vet your business process and your requirements for you, and then if they're good, they will even suggest solutions and approaches that you haven't even thought of. So to me, that approach is much better, much more efficient, and I call this a pool approach, where a company, a vendor, offshore vendor, pulls you in with their interest, with their curiosity in your business, and instead of you being the one who is doing the push, which is over communicating, using all these tools and tracking and following everything they do and making sure that you over communicate. So I think between the two approaches, I choose pool, and I believe in finding such companies that have developers that are trained and conditioned. And with this approach, you can overcome things like time zone differences, cultural differences, etc. So find a team that's genuinely interested, that will show curiosity about and interest in your processes, and will work with you in and suggest new things along the way that you haven't even thought of.